makes a big-time catch for us, and then tonight he made several catches. Made the third down catch, I don't know, probably like 3rd and 10. He runs it right to the right depth. He gets his depth and makes a great catch on that. And then he had another catch that he had that got called back. And so he's electric, and him running that route on that safety there and coming across his face in terms of catching the football, that was really big.
You seem to see this sooner than most people did with Paul. What was it about him that caught your eye initially?
I saw it the first day that John Schneider told me about Paul Richardson in terms of the guy that we're going to get. I do my research, so, and so I was able to look up those guys. And we have a lot of great young receivers. You think about Paul Richardson, you think about Kevin Norwood, Chris Matthews too as well. But in terms of Paul, in terms of answering your question, I really noticed just watching film on him, and then I also noticed when he actually got here and his work ethic, and how he was wanting to learn as much as he could. He's on that constant quest for knowledge, and catching the football, he catches it so clean, and obviously he's as fast as it gets. So having a guy that can be electric in that way is good for us. Doug Baldwin made some nice plays, and Jermaine Kearse too as well. And so those guys keep showing up, and you just got to keep hanging in there and keep battling. That's why I kept telling the guys on the sideline. We found a way to win and get 14, I believe, unanswered points there in the second half.
Russell, talk about the roughing the passer call there that kept that drive alive before the touchdown. Did you feel that you were going to get the call there? I mean, what happened?
I didn't know, but it's I thought it was a good call. Ed usually does a great job. He usually makes the right decision. So, I'm the last one to complain, or to last one to ask for a penalty, But at the same time, I thought that was big for us to get a penalty call there, and then we were able to sustain our drive and score a touchdown.
How different was that hit than any other you've taken when throwing the ball?
I've taken a few tough ones. That one's right, pretty much right in the chest, kind of took me down there pretty easy. But that's part of it. You got to hang in there sometimes.
Were you surprised to see the flag on the ground there?
I wasn't surprised. No, I wasn't surprised.
Let me ask you about I know you're not a stat person, especially personal stats, but this win today does make you the winningest quarterback ever in the history of the league in your first 3 years. Does it mean, it's got to mean something to you, maybe 10 years from now?
Yeah, I think it means something, for sure. At the end of the day, it comes down to winning football games, and that's my ultimate goal, to find ways to win, and whatever it takes, whether it's having to throw for a bunch of yards and finding a way at the end of the game, 2-minute situations, or if it's having to run the football and sustain drives. I think it's more than anything, though, it's a tribute to my football team. What the guys are doing, what we're doing is a collective effort. The defense, the offense, special teams. It's been a lot of fun. We've learned a lot. We're still a young football team. We're still learning. We're still growing, and got a lot of football ahead of us. And so hopefully we can keep winning, keep finding ways to win.
Did the interception right before the half, just what happened there? What were you trying to do?
Well, we were trying to take a shot into the end zone there. We've done it before, and I knew what I was doing. I just kind of threw it high. Just kind of misaimed there. I was trying to get to Doug. He was running across the guy, and I was trying to get it to him. I just threw it a little high. The guys made a great effort, though, of stopping Reed there in terms of tackling him. And I tried to I had 3 big guys coming at me. So I tried to slow those guys down in some way, and then I believe Robert Turbin made the tackle. So that was good.
You and Pete and Bevel met right before that play. What was the conversation, I guess?
We were saying try to take a shot. We do it all the time. We've done a great job of it. Like I said, just missed the throw a little high. I felt really good today, though. To be honest with you, percentage-wise, it wasn't the best, I've been, but in terms of making the right throws and seeing the right things, I felt really solid today. Besides that one play, and they did a great job. I mean, their rush today was pretty tough, and our guys hung in there and continued to block their butts off for me and find ways, especially in the second half, and we were able to score some touchdowns when we needed to.
What was the difference? I mean, the blocking, did they just kind of do a little bit better in the second half, or what changed?
We just hung in there a little bit longer, and I think the penalties kind of hurt us really more than anything else today. I thought the guys did a great job. I just think that kind of backing ourselves up when you're playing a great football team like the 49ers, you can't do that, and so we got to get that out of our football. It hasn't been there in the past few weeks, which is good, and so hopefully we'll get back to staying on schedule. And we have a tough game this week going down to Arizona. We know that'll be a battle, and we're looking forward to that moment.
How what was your sense of when Borland went out of the game, how that changed them and how you attacked them?
Well, Chris Borland's a great football player. Obviously, I know him personally, and he's a fighter. He came back in the game a few times there, but I don't think that was the factor. I think more than anything, it was just we we were able to make the right calls and communicate there, you know, and just make the right blocks, you know, for Marshawn. He kept finding ways to give him the football, and then he had some crazy runs in there like he always does. But I thought Robert Turbin had a really good run too. It was maybe like 2nd and 7, going into the end zone, and he ran over the guy right in the middle of the hole and was able to make it 3rd and 1. And then we got the 1st down, I believe, and went from there, a touchdown actually. So, you know, that was a good run. So we got great running backs, and they're making plays, and guys are being physical, and we just got to stay on schedule.